In the last video, we have gone through the formatted input and output statement, and earlier to that, unformatted input and output statement. Now here we will see what exactly the format statement is, and what are the different data type as well as syntax related to the format statement. So here I'll just take a laser pen. So laser pointer I just taken. Now here edit descriptors which are going to use for the input or output of different data types. Suppose you want to have the integer data type in the format statement, then in that case you can use this here I, and syntax is NIW. NIW, that is for example I5, it means that it is an integer type and the 5 is the spacing width of it. You can see n is the repetition factor, the default value of n is 1, and then IF, EGDA, and then this single as well as single quote are edit descriptors. Then W indicates the field weight, that is the total space for the data, and here D indicates that is the digits after decimal point. In case of real number, you can just check this. So real decimal form if you want to have, then edit descriptor is F, then F, syntax is NFW point D. So for example F10.2, it means that this is a real decimal form and you'll have the 10 spaces before decimal and 2 spaces after digit after decimal point. Similarly, you can have this real exponential form where descriptor is E and the syntax is NEW point D. If you just look at the example, this is the N is the repetition factor, so 2. Then E is for the exponential form, W it is the 15 space before the decimal point and then after decimal point the 4 digits. Real general form is G, where we can use either exponential or decimal form. So in that case N G W point D, where G is the real general form, then 15 is the spacing before decimal point and 4 after decimal point. Then double precision, this is the D and DW point D is the syntax here and is the again repetition factor. By default it is considered as 1. Then you have this D 15.5 before decimal 15 digits and after decimal 5 digits. Then character, this is the variable. If you can look at the descriptor is A, syntax is NAW. So N here consider it as 3 is for the character and 25 is the spacing allotted. Similarly, character string single quote you can take, you can write on anything in that considered as the character string. So if you just look at this, if we want to display 1234.4564 using F10.2, then just look at this 10.2. So you'll have this 1 2 3 4 spacing is allotted here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So likewise this total 10 spaces have been allotted here, and the total space for the data basically, and before decimal point and after decimal point you will have this spacing properly managed. So if you just look at the program here, your program name demo, I have marked here real data type ABC, and then initialize A equals to 10.5, B equals to 20.1, C equals to 30.5, then D equals to A plus B plus C. This is the arithmetic expression. Now I have written the line number 8. This is the right star comma 10. This is the formatted right statement. I want this particular thing to be formatted, and this is the part, that is how this is the 10 is the statement number. I have written it on the next line, that is the 9 number. You can write down anywhere wherever you want to have that format statement. Right now just is only 2 lines are sufficient here. So the value of D is, now this is the character string, so or character you can say, can use here A for character, and I've given just maximum spacing of 20. So let D, whatever you will get, it is in real format, so I used here F as a descriptor. Total spacing is 10, and after decimal point I should get 5 digits here, and that this is how you can get this particularly format statement in the inclusion of formatted right statement. Similarly, we can just go through the different edit descriptor just like this, where if you want to have some blank spaces, so you can use here X descriptor, and syntax is n into x, that is nx. For example, if I write here 20x, it means that I want 20 blank spaces. If you want to go to the tab to column n, so descriptor is t, so syntax is tn, so you can directly shift to column number 15 here. Tab right n spaces, this is tr, and syntax is trn here. If you write here tr5, so you can directly shift to the 5 spaces in the right direction. Similarly, this is TL for tab left n spaces. So if you write here TL n, then suppose if you are given here TL10, so 10 spaces in the left direction, and you can have the that particularly output over there. Similarly, if you want to go through the new line, so just put slash, so you will get to the new line. So this is just an example. Right star comma 20 is the statement number where format statement is to be written. So 100, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just I want to put it in a format statement. So I'll write here this 100. I just kept here I10, and then a given new line. Then for this again I10, again put new line, and for this I want T40, means this is the tab to column number 40, and here you will get 1 2 3 4 5 I10, and this is how the format statement is used for the different edit descriptors are utilized for the formatted read or formatted write statement.